Welcome back to my channel, your go-to source for the latest updates on Sheikh Hamdan and his family. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so to stay informed about our upcoming videos. In today's video, I will be sharing a recent poem posted by Sheikh Hamdan's girlfriend, Shama Al-Falasi. She shared this poem on June 4th, 2025. First of all, I would like to share the original poem image which had shared by Shama Al-Falasi on that day. Keep your eye on it because after that I'm going to share the translation of it. Poem translation. You seek a sun to bind his flight. A second chain in dead of night. But love was never meant to cage. Nor silence truth upon a stage. His soul has drifted far from you. No womb can make his heart renew. You birth a child, I birth his pain. Yet still, I love him in the rain. Poem explanation. You seek a sun to bind his flight. Shama begins by directly addressing Sheikh Thani's request for another child. She views this not as a desire born of love or legacy, but as a manipulative act, a strategy to keep Sheikh Hamdan from leaving the marriage. Bind his flight symbolizes an attempt to restrain his emotional or physical escape by anchoring him with a new child. To Shama, the act is more about power and control than family. Her tone is accusatory but poetic, highlighting how she interprets Thani's intentions as a calculated way to interfere with Shama and Hamdan's growing bond. A second chain in dead of night. This verse reinforces the metaphor of a child as a chain, an emotional or social restraint. Second chain implies the first was perhaps their existing child, and now another is being requested secretly, in dead of night, without honesty or openness. It implies darkness, secrecy, and a lack of love. Shama sees this move as sneaky and desperate, done behind closed doors to stop Hamdan's freedom. It highlights how deeply she believes Thani is using motherhood not as a sacred act, but as a weapon in a quiet war. But love was never meant to cage. Here, Shama expresses her philosophy of love. She believes love should be freeing, not confining, She indirectly contrasts her own love with Thani's possessiveness. The use of the word cage shows how she sees the current marriage as a trap or prison, not a sanctuary. It reflects her sadness and values, how she'd rather set Hamdan free than trap him. She defines love as something that respects choice and soul rather than clinging through obligation or bloodlines. It's both a lament and a subtle declaration of superiority. Nor silence truth upon a stage. Shama believes that Thani is using her position and the institution of marriage to suppress the real emotional truth, Hamdan's disconnection and unhappiness. Stage here symbolizes the royal family and public expectations. Silence truth means suppressing Hamdan's real feelings and perhaps his relationship with Shama. Shama is frustrated that appearances are prioritized over emotional honesty. She's also subtly asserting that the truth, Hamdan's love for her, will eventually surface, no matter how theatrically the family presents their ideal image. His soul has drifted far from you. This is a blunt declaration. Shama claims that Hamdan's emotional connection with Thani is gone. His soul has already moved on, toward her. There's sadness here, but also truth-telling. She wants Thani to understand that no matter what strategy she employs, she cannot reclaim a soul that has detached. This line also reveals Shama's inner pain, knowing that the man she loves is still legally bound to someone who cannot see the distance he has emotionally created. No womb can make his heart renew. Shama reminds Thani that bearing another child will not heal what is broken. A baby might be born, but love cannot be reborn the same way. No womb emphasizes that biology, however sacred, is not the tool to restore lost affection. This is where Shama shows maturity. She respects motherhood but separates it from romance. Her tone here is resigned but deeply honest, accepting that love cannot be forced by creating life. It has to come from emotional truth. You birth a child, I birth his pain. This line is heavy with emotion. Shama recognizes the symbolic contrast between the wife's role and hers. While Thani may give him a child, Shama bears the weight of his sorrow. She carries the emotional burdens he can't share publicly. It's poetic, powerful, and heartbreaking. She defines herself as the one holding his truth, even if silently. It shows how deeply connected she feels to Hamdan's emotional world, even when she's not the one creating his legacy. Yet still, I love him in the rain. The closing line brings vulnerability. Despite the emotional pain, the politics, and the shadows she lives in, Shama's love remains steadfast and pure. In the rain symbolizes sadness, hardship, and loneliness. Even as she's drenched in sorrow, she loves him without demands. This final verse makes the poem personal and human. It's a declaration of unconditional love, quiet, suffering, yet unwavering. She is not asking for anything in return. She simply loves him, even from outside the palace walls. So this is the poem which had shared by Sheikh Hamdan's girlfriend, Shama al-Falasi, on the 4th of June in 2025. I hope you would understand every single word of her poem, and I hope you would enjoy this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you won't miss my any other video. Thanks for watching.